All right. So, hello everyone. Welcome. Good evening. Namaskar. Namaste. Shashekal. Elarkum vanakkam. Wherever, whichever part of the world you are. And I am Professor Samuel Johnson from the VIT University, VIT AP University from the School of Business. And today I'm so excited to introduce to you, one of a multifaceted person, Kodai Swaminathan. All right. And in my series called SAMVAD with Sam, I try to find out, different people who have been having passion as one side and dedication on the other side, and having a dream. And I've known Kodai for the last, I guess, 5 to 6 years, right from our school days at St. John's International. We did a conference for them, and a very multifaceted girl. And let's see what is she, who is she. So I'll just first introduce the audience. Who is Kodai? What does she do? And you can see this on the screen there. Kodai, is it visible on the screen? Your
Yes.
I just took a random pic of yours, and okay, let's go with the first slide. So there we go. That's Kodai Swaminathan for all of you. And again, we welcome you on behalf of the VIT AP University, Kodai. We welcome you on behalf of the VSB and the series. And let's see what the audience have to think about you. What is she having a certificate with a car? So people may be thinking that, okay, she's a car racer or a racer, or what is she up to. And only one picture I'll show, and then I'll get your introduction. All right. And that's Kodai in the first picture, and this is Kodai deep inside the water. All right. So I hope now the audience will understand how and what she's doing. It's not just about scuba diving. For a girl to venture into her passion, a lot of things. We'll see her pictures, we'll see her videos, as a young girl from the school days, how she had a passion, and how she's been. Now she's a super coach, she's a trainer. All right. From Chennai, from Tamil Nadu. So I'll stop sharing this screen now. Koda, it's over to you. Can you just introduce a little about yourself? See, let the audience know who you are, what you're doing now, and everything. Yeah, over to you.
Okay. Hello, guys. Vanakkam, Vandanam, Namaste, Namaskar. My name is Kodai, and I'm currently a graduate in Zoology Vocational. I'm from MCC, a very proud MCC, and I've been scuba diving for the past 6 years. I've been scuba diving after my 10th final exams are over,
Hmm.
and I finished four major certificates immediately, like after the 2 weeks were over my exams. I finished them as soon as possible. Then I started specializing in diving.
Hmm.
So I did multiple specialties later in my 11th standard, 12th standard, and I furthermore professionalized myself when I'm in second year. So when I reached my third year, I was a professional scuba diver, and I did more than 100 dives till now,
Hmm.
which is not a big deal for divers, but for someone who is studying at the same time and diving, I think it's really great. Uh,
Hmm.
my teachers have been always supportive to me. My parents, most important, my dad and my mom are extremely supportive. I was primarily a swimmer. I used to compete in district and nationals. I have medals. And as time went by, I didn't feel like competing. I was more interested in animals and everything. So I saw people scuba diving in the aquarium once, and I
Hmm.
was interested. I was initially interested in going inside the aquarium to see all the sharks and fishes. But later, when I understood what scuba diving is,
Hmm.
I went for it. I just went for it.
Okay. So for the benefit of audience wherever you are, uh, you know the reason for this series of talk, I want many students who have this career planning as a challenge, career mapping as a challenge, or career crafting as a challenge. I want the story of Kodai to go strong to everyone, because I remember meeting. So can I just Kodai, can I put a picture first where we came to your school,
Yeah,
uh,
sure.
your international, St. John's International, if I'm not wrong, right?
St. John's Public School.
Public school.
St. John's International was the other one.
Is this one St. John's Public School? This is
Yeah,
where
yeah, yeah.
you, I guess it should be almost, I don't know, 5 years, 4 years before.
Six. Yeah,
Oh,
five and a half, six.
fair enough.
So
You were doing your 12th grade, right?
11th when we met.
So that's where you go, your professor, you and your team, and we took a
Yeah.
pic. And this is you in your school, right? Can you tell about this
Yes.
picture a little bit?
If I'm right, it's I got gold in javelin.
Okay.
Uh, I actually got gold in javelin. I have interest in sports like throwing and everything. So I had a gold in shot put and in javelin. This is javelin, and
Okay.
I was in throw ball and swimming at the point. But I wasn't competing in swimming during my 11th. I was into
Okay.
diving at the point. But yeah, we had sports, and I was also in oratorical competitions.
Okay. And let's just see all your multi-talented. Okay. This pic, I think so. You're going somewhere for your scuba diving. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. Where is this? Which ocean? Which part? How
Uh,
deep is it?
this is actually not the ocean. This is the Dubai Mall Aquarium.
Okay. Dubai
And
Mall Aquarium.
yeah, you can actually see there's a pipe kind of thing on the back. There's a glass. So
Mm,
that is like
mm.
the walk-in tunnel.
Okay.
And I'm actually sitting like in between the walk-in tunnel and the full entire glass of the aquarium. This was during my aquarium specialty dive in
Hmm.
Dubai. This is exactly where I got my dream to be a scuba diver.
A scuba diver. Okay. So that's your on the pic, and that's you with your trainer, maybe
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. This was taken in Abu Dhabi actually. Abu
Okay. And
Dhabi, Turkey district
this is your Madras Christian
college.
College. Yeah.
Yeah, this was
Okay.
a very a very wonderful day. We didn't find a classroom, so
Okay.
we enjoyed sitting outside. There were porcupines and deers that came and visited us, so we just enjoyed the class. It
Hmm.
was English class.
Okay. And where is this and what are you doing here?
This is in a quarry near
Mm-hmm.
Pondicherry. This was
Mm-hmm.
during my training again.
Mm-hmm.
This was for a very special course called Side Mount, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just getting ready to go down. This was like a few minutes before I started my training for Side Mount, and I was just like equipping myself. This was
Okay.
freshwater dives, very cool ones.
These are all the freshwater dive, huh?
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
freshwater dive. That's my instructor in the green dress.
Mm-hmm.
The one
Yeah.
behind is my friend,
Okay.
and this is
Cool.
after the first dive.
And what is all these cylinders and you are there and your coach, your instructor, ye kya hai? What is this about?
Okay, so those cylinders down are called air cylinders. In this
Mm-hmm.
case, we have our air inside those cylinders that we breathe from. Now, scuba diving is not actually a word; it's an acronym: self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Can you
So,
please tell again slowly? Scuba, S. Yeah.
self-contained
Mm.
underwater breathing apparatus.
Okay, that's why it's called scuba.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks. We never knew. We just say scuba, scuba, scuba. All right. Okay. Yeah. So what is it
So
about this?
these are actually special equipments for side mount course. So
Mm-hmm.
usually we take only one air tanks for each
Mm.
person in one dive, but during this we can actually take two tanks together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are our air tanks with some hoses attached to it, so we can breathe from the air tank.
What will be the weight of this, Kodai?
They're a little bit heavy
Okay.
to me. I mean, but if you're in regular practice of lifting them, you're working with them, you'll get used to it. They won't be heavy after a week or two.
Okay. Let's go a little bit. I think so. This is your team getting ready.
These
Yeah.
are actually customers. So
Okay.
when I was interning in this dive center for doing dive master, which is a
Mm-hmm.
profession course, you have to intern, you have to know how to work and through. So this is actually called a shuttle boat. So there is already a dive boat inside the ocean, and they
Mm-hmm.
are diving. And this is the next boat where we take other customers in,
Mm-hmm.
go to that boat, shift these customers to the diving boat, and get those other divers who have already finished diving back to this boat and come back to the shore.
Okay, now this picture
Hmm.
is something which we only see in the TV and National Geographic, but you go dive under and then get all this. How do you do? How do you manage to get all these things?
Actually, there are specific equipments, like there are cameras with waterproof casing for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we carry those cameras. We'll just attach it with our equipments and then we'll just go. We just like we'll compact, edit it, clean, like
Okay,
all
so
basics, well, all editing.
this is you underwater, yeah?
Yeah, this was a freshwater dive again.
Freshwater dive, and see how beautiful this. I don't think we can ever see this with our naked eyes. Yeah. So let's do one thing. Let me stop here. Yeah,
Hmm.
and let's come back with your videos and all little later, because we just want to know, Kodai. See, uh, you're from Tamil Nadu in Chennai, and then you were into your St. John's International School. What was your major in your schooling? Because
In my
many
11th
people
and
take
12th.
maths, bio, they want to be engineer, they want to be doctor. What did you take in your 11th and
Um,
12th?
Actually, I took psychology, biology, physics, chemistry, and English. I was in CBSE,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted a non-math group. I hate maths. Okay, let me
Mm.
be frank with every people. I hate maths to the core. Even in
Okay.
my 8th, ninth, 10th, I did it only because it was a compulsory subject.
Mm.
I never ever wanted to do maths. So at that point, when I was looking for my 11th grade, like what is necessary for zoology, so I was checking on that. So biology is like compulsory. So I
Mm.
was checking. So St. John's was there. They offered this course, and I was very interested because psychology is a very special subject. It's not just applying for humans; it can be also applied for other animals. Okay,
Mm.
and it's very good subject to associated with zoology. So I joined for that. Of course, my friends are all like, "Oh, you're in not just friends, all relatives were like, oh, you're taking pure science. Oh, you're going to be a doctor. No, you know what?
Mm.
You should go for engineer. No, your father is a chemical engineer. You can do it, right?"
Mm.
No,
And your
that's not.
mom is a doctor, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. So everyone thought that you will also get into medicine.
Yeah, they were like that. No, like all cliches up and down.
Mm-hmm.
But no, no, no. I didn't. I never wanted that. Usual stuff. Lots of people are graduating as for medicine and engineering, but having a 9 to 5 job, coming back home really tired. That's not the type of life I want. I'm never into this monotonous life.
And I remember, Kodai, when I first did that career talk in your conference in your school, you told that you want to be something into marine and aqua. You were out of the blue, everybody said I want to be engineer, doctor, IPS, IAS. You said kuch nahi, and I want a totally different life. Can you tell us, because even in your 12th grade you were very clear, this is what I want to do after my undergrad. So to do that I need to do this in my undergrad, to do that I need to do this in 12th. So this is a message which any viewer, if you can take up for your career planning. Koda did a lot of homework. She's not just a person who is just a topper in sports and everything, but a lot of homework. So what is it you want to do in the future, and for which what is that undergrad you're doing now in Madras Christian College, Chennai?
So I'm doing zoology vocational.
Mm-hmm.
That is, instead of botany, we'll be specialized in marine science, aqua science to be technical.
Mm-hmm.
And I planned this in my 11th. Like at the end, around my 11th, my father went to the college. We called, but apparently they were busy. So we went. My parents went to the college because I asked them. My dad really helped me for that. So he went there. He talked to the professor. Her name is Dr. Anandi Rachel, and she's a god to me over there. So she told that marine biology is not available in India under UG, and I have to go abroad, which I didn't want at that time. So she told, like, if you're going to study in India for marine biology, you have to do zoology or marine biology or other courses that were available to
Mm-hmm.
go to marine biology.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so interested when I went to that college. I fell in love with the teachers. I was hearing some people talking over there. I was very interested in seeing their syllabus and everything. I told them, this is where I want to go. This is the only place I want to go. I don't want to apply anywhere else. And trust me, that's the only place I applied. They're all online applications. I never applied anywhere else. It was just zoology vocational. Only the vocational part. I didn't even go for mainstream. I applied only in zoology vocational, and I got it. Lucky me, I actually got it. Many people might think I'm like a nerd and everything because I'm wearing glasses. This is heredity. Okay, I don't read so much. I listen in class and that's it. I don't even do my homeworks. I've been sent out of class a couple of times.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm a backbencher. I come to the front bench because I can't see. That's it.
Okay. Now, tell us what year are you studying now? And you just finished your undergrad. And what is the master's which you planned and your PhD? You've been telling all this. So can you tell the audience about, yeah.
I just recently graduated. I finished my final exam and thankfully it's all pass. And I graduated. I'm just waiting for all the papers to get cleared and receive all those certificates.
You
After this,
graduated your bachelor's
yeah.
in zoology. Yeah. Now what's your master's plan?
Well, it was same as before, Sam. I'm going to do marine biology in my
Mhm.
MSc, and I'm going to pursue in diving. I want to protect the species, all this ocean, this aquatic life that we have been damaging.
Mhm.
To be fair, lots of people have lots of wrong myths about the ocean. Technically, even like sharks, like that's the
Mhm.
most famous thing when people keep asking,
Mhm.
like, "Hey, you go to the ocean? Didn't the sharks bite you? No,
Mhm.
didn't the sharks scare you?" Like some of my pictures even have sharks. In
Mhm.
my videos, they have sharks. But people are like, "Oh my god, you're swimming with a shark? It didn't bite you?"
Mhm.
No, no, they are all crazy killers. They see you, they bite you. Like no, that's not the thing at all. Whether it
Mhm.
be for sharks, even for bull sharks, that they seem aggressive. There
Mhm.
are divers. There are people who dive with these sharks. They who even if you see Nat Geo and everything, there are people who are actually taking these videos with the
Mhm.
sharks. There are people who hand feed the sharks. Okay, and sharks are very friendly. To be frank, I'm not asking people to just go hunt them. That's not the thing. But
Mhm.
when you're scuba diving, when you're going to the ocean, that is their home. It, this sentence, shark infested water,
Mhm.
is a completely wrong notion because sharks live in water. You are going to the water. So
Okay.
there are things like that that I want to explain to people and make them understand. If you're going to live in this world, you have to learn to adapt yourself to make just not only yourself live, but also other species to live. You can't go and there are of course predators grabbing and eating, but that's not the point. You can't harm other species just for fun.
Okay. Could you just tell us? See, let's come to the reality of it. When you started thinking about, I want to be a scuba diver, I want to do marine biology. So you know that you need to do your master's, you need to do your PhD. On one side, your mother is a medical doctor, your father is a chemical engineer, he is in abroad, you were in abroad, you have a lot of exposure. But when you come to the Indian system of thinking, girl, okay, medicine engineer, a software engineer. When you're doing the scuba diving and you have all the boys around, can you tell us what were the real time comments or people who just thoughts which came around, like, why are you doing this? A girl cannot do this, a girl should not do this. Can you just throw a little light so that it may be a motivating factor to a lot of women over there, that there's nothing that a woman cannot do. It's just the passion with the right intention, and we can work. So did you happen to hear any uh, comments and stories or anything like why you're
I
doing
heard a
this?
lot of I have personally experienced a lot of bad comments, insults, abusing even in
Hmm.
this field. I mean, it's there in every field. I have to be honest. It's there in every field. This putting girls down is there in every field, but there are men, real gentlemen who support. Okay, when I started in my 10th, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother was like, no, you told my father that it's bad that my father was putting me in the ocean and it's a bad thing that I'm a girl.
Hmm.
I might get hurt, but technically I was hurting everybody because of my screamings and everything. But truth told, people were telling that it's not okay for girls to go diving. It's not fair to do it in this young age. You're like spoiling people. You're like no, I was not the only one who was hearing this. My father was also told, but I'm really
Mhm.
thankful my dad. He actually let me do this, and there were a lot of relatives who did try to like stop me and everything. But it's not what I want. Okay, if
Mhm.
haters are going to hate, let them hate. I'm going to do. I'm gonna love what I love, and I'll do what I love.
And Kodai, the beauty is you had your passion of scuba diving, and which it never made you an impact in your academics. I remember you're good at academics. You're super strong. How did you balance both? Because many people, I love cricket, so they play more of cricket, more of football, and then they get their credits, low. But you balance both your academics and as well as your passion. How did you keep your, and now your passion is going to become your profession. That I'll come to it later after I show you videos to the audience. But can you tell us how did you balance everything?
Balancing was obviously a little bit hard. I did not dive 100% like whenever I get the Saturday, Sunday holidays or long holidays. I did not just run to the ocean. No,
Hmm.
that's not how I move. I was concentrating a little bit into my studies, but I'm not
Hmm.
like how you tell a very topper like first rank, second rank. No, no, no. I'm never into that. Okay, if my school did have a rank based system. Uh, to be frank, I did fail a couple of internal tests, but I did work myself back up. It was hard in my 11th, but I did work myself up. I started planning, okay, if this subject is going to be hard, I better take tuitions for it. My 10th, 11th, 12th were the first times, technically 11th was the first time I
Hmm.
went for tuition because I felt it was hard. So I had biology tuition and physics tuition. Chemistry, it was a little bit easy. 11th was
Hmm.
hard, but 12th was easy.
Hmm.
So I kept listening to the class. This is what I always suggest to people. Listen to your class. If your teacher is not taking it right, ask them questions. When you ask questions, when you start asking questions, people have to answer. If you can't answer, you can roll back. That's how I roll. So when I come back home, I don't like sit study. No, when I come back, this is my first thing. This is what my dad tells. I throw around the bag. I come, I lie down in this bed, and quick nap. That's it. I wake up around 6 something. Then I'll go around, eat something. Then if I'm bored, when I'm bored, I take the books. Until that, I'm like I just
Still.
freak around.
But you're very serious during the college time and the class time, focusing on your learning. And then when you do your weekend, you do. Can I just show to the audience a couple of your videos,
Yeah,
which will
sure.
be, because we only see in National Geographic and all that. We have never, had the guts to go, and this may be a point. And in the video, my dear audience, in the description after the video is over, when we do the editing, we will give you the details of Kodai Swaminathan. We'll give her LinkedIn, we'll give her profile. Anyone who wants to be a passionate scuba diver, first you can learn from them, and then we'll also talk, Kodai, about the certifications, what's available, and how there is a lot of scope, even in in scuba diving. And then we'll come to marine biology at the end. So I have this videos of yours, if I'm not wrong. Can we
Yeah,
can we
sure.
see them? Are these, let me just, I think so we saw all this. Let's go with the videos. Yeah, just give me a minute, I guess. uh all right, there we go. Where is this
Um,
means?
this was in a liverboard in Musendam, and
Okay.
this was long time ago. This is about roughly 3 years ago.
Okay.
After this, like after this, I had the camera with me. I was always behind the lens.
Okay, which ocean, where is this?
Um, I'm not sure about which ocean it is. This is in Musendam, Oman. So it's
Oh, you were in
probably,
Oman.
yeah.
Okay.
No, we traveled to Oman a bit. This was in the border of Abu Dhabi, I mean, like UAE and Oman. So we go
Okay.
on a ship. We stay there for 2 days around like this weekend
Mm-hmm.
for like a weekend. And then we dive. We come back to this big boat. We stay, we sleep
Okay.
there, everything.
All right, so is this the one where you're just about to dive in? No, let's see
Yeah.
that, let the audience see. So this is where Koda is. Okay, what do you call all these things? We don't know the name, seriously. Okay, this,
Okay. That blue thing is called a flipper. I'm sorry. It's called a fins.
okay,
It's
let's make it into a big screen. 1 minute.
all right.
uh, uh, yeah, is it now full screen?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is more better. Yeah, can you tell us about what is this flippers and all that, this blue one?
Okay, so the blue ones that we are having are called fins.
Mm-hmm.
This help us move through the ocean. We wear them in our legs. For those who don't have their legs, like differently able people, those don't have legs or don't use their legs, they have paddles on their hand for swimming, or some kind of machinery called diver propulsional vehicle, which they hold on and we can go. It's more like a bike kind of thing
So
underwater, but it's
even
like handheld.
so even people who are physically challenged also can do this.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now
Physically
tell
challenged can
me
also
one
do.
thing, Kodai. If we do not know swimming, can we dare to go here
Yes, there are programs that help you see underwater. I will,
without knowing swimming?
yeah, you just have to know to breathe.
Okay, so there's a technique. We'll come to that later, the
Yeah,
technicalities. So let's see your video. Oh goodness.
a big splash.
So once you do that and then you go down
Yeah,
with your
so
trainer.
basically we have to dive in two, like in pairs,
Hmm.
so that we can help each other. There is a certificate. There's again another specialty to dive alone, and it will just be more equipments. So as you can
Okay.
see, there are a couple of people there. Everybody are like paired up and things. My buddy is right there in front of me, and another person is there in the boat. They'll come down as well. This was after I finished my specialty. This was just when I was a rescue diver.
Hmm.
It's not a big certification at point, but yeah. So we do a buddy check. So to check like every equipment is like there with us, if it is proper, if it's functioning, so we can go down. So we check that quickly and then we descend down.
Oh goodness. So this is how you from the boat, Why is that you're doing a back jump? Why is it like that? For that
I
reason?
can't lift my cylinder at first. I was so like
Okay.
tiny.
Okay.
So if it is like whichever is the easiest way. So we have three different ways, three or four different ways. There are multiple ways you can enter the water. So I
Mhm.
have already kitted myself up, okay, and I'm already wearing my fins, my tank, and everything. So this is like a very fun way to dive.
This is your jumping. Okay. All right. Okay.
If he actually is jumping, he would actually wear the fins. He'll climb on the edge and then jump. That is easier way for him.
Okay. And these are some of your pictures, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. And I guess these are some of the pics. Yeah.
That was the first moment I went inside the water.
This one?
Yeah,
Okay,
like
all right.
exact moment.
Okay. So let's top this up. Let's now come a little bit to, you said there is a lot of scope in marine biology and, even in diving and all that. Can you just take us walk through so that if anybody is interested, why are you doing what you're doing, Kodai? It's totally, off the beat. Everybody wants to be a lawyer or doctor or engineer or an MBA, but you took totally your passion. So can you just tell us what future is there? And
No,
yeah.
diving is actually a very, very special thing. People
Hmm.
may think it's just for fun, but
Hmm.
there are lots of different branches in this. There are
Hmm.
research diving. No, basically, we separate it to three. Okay, there
Hmm.
is technical diving, there is research diving,
Hmm.
and then there is recreational. So recreational is when you go for fun. You just go to Maldives or Andamans, somewhere like that. You just go for fun, enjoy the view and everything. So that is recreational. And recreational includes people teaching scuba, people
Hmm.
taking non-swimmers for scuba, all inclusive from that. Now, research diving is that is what my passion is. So you
Hmm.
go down, you collect samples, you take videos, you take photos, you understand what the ocean is, you try to, see more species, understand what's wrong, you try to correct the mistakes that we do. All this plastic waste, everything is like inclusive. So things like that. Technical diving is it's very technical. So we had this flight for breaking downs and everything, right? So technical divers come, they try to revive the boats and everything. Even this Indonesia thing where the kids were stuck in a cave, although 18 kids and everything. So technical divers were the one who are able to go inside. So they can carry a couple of tanks. They can stay in longer. They are trained to stay in longer and deeper than normal divers, and they are trained to go to rough situations, handle them. And commercial diving. Commercial diving is for welding and other things like helping in the harbor, on the boat, in the oil rigs, everything. So for those kind of things, there is commercial diving.
Okay. And at a such a young age, when you took all these things into your head, which is the one which is close to your heart, which is that you want to focus in the future after your marine biology? And by the way,
Research
where are you
diving.
planning to apply for your? Because I'm sure Europe has got a good scope and.
I'm actually planning either Norway or Sweden because they
Mhm,
are great countries. I mean, Norway is known for diving. If you're like a Norwegian diver,
mhm,
you're like the emperor in the
mhm,
diving community. So they have technical diving. It's cold over there. So you're pushed to the harshest conditions, if I'm right. So I have two
mhm,
friends from Norway. I met them in Instagram through our diving association.
mhm,
And we divers are very if we find there's never like, hi, no, you're a diver, I'm also a diver, man. That's how we go. So I found these two people, and they told, okay, this is how your training's going to be. This will be a little bit hard, no, but to be frank, they are like the coldest condition. There are two different places. One is the Indian Ocean. If you're trained in the Indian Ocean, you can mellow down any sea. Any sea is will be calm when compared to the Indian Ocean.
mhm,
And Norwegian is like for cold, deep diving and everything. The training
mhm.
over there is like really good. So training over there and the Indian Ocean are like pakka, top class.
Okay. So that's a future plan, right?
Yeah, research
What is
diving.
your message to the young boys and girls who are just in the 11th and 12th? Like you decided all this way back. I remember when we came to conference in your school. What is the message which you want to give? And for people of your age.
Um, it's easy to just follow your parents' things. Like you have your passion, and you should
Mhm,
know how this passion should be brought together. So if you want to be something, you have to know what is the path. So when you're
mhm,
setting a goal, you have to set your path. You can't just set your goals. So my goal was to become a marine biologist, a scuba diving instructor. I should know whatever I should do. So the path is very important. You can't. It's easy to take shortcuts. It's easy to skip things and go ahead. But
mhm.
only if you're like sitting there learning and doing things. I'm not asking people to be like 100% focused. That's
Not
not
going
going
to
to
help.
help. Never
Yeah.
going to help.
Yeah.
Take your time, take your break, be, chill, relax. I have cats, I play with the cats, I torture my cats in name of love.
Hmm.
Okay, so things like that, don't stress yourself. If you get stressed, everything will become distressed.
Hmm.
If you are going to enjoy, it's just going to go. It's like go with the flow. If you're going to read that, read with your heart. If you don't understand, if you're having a hard time reading it, listen to it. And when you're listening to it, listen to it carefully, listen with passion, and you will go to it. If you're having trouble deciding what you want, talk
Mhm.
with people. There are people like psychiatrists, people who are career planners, people who are there to help you specifically for this. Talk with those people, understand what you want and what you need. Only if you find what you need, you will know what you want.
True. Yeah. I
So
should know
that's
what I
that's it.
need.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not just my want. Yeah.
yeah. Your needs are more important than your wants.
Mm.
But
Mm.
if you clump everything together, it will be a ball of mess.
Then yeah, it'll be a ball of mess, khichdi, pongal. Yeah. And then it's a disaster. Yeah.
It's a disaster.
Yeah. So my dear audience, wherever you are from, the message from this interview, what we want to talk is you see how a schoolgirl thought very clearly about her major in 12th in psychology, zoology, botany, and physics, and then got into her zoology vocational in Madras Christian College, and now thinking about marine biology and then scuba diving. So you see, everything has got a connect, you know. So and very nicely, Kodai has said that let's not go for shortcuts in life because Kodai, I want to tell people, anyone who finds shortcut in life for growth or success, a shortcut will cut you short. It's pretty simple. A day will come when your shortcut will cut you short. And that is the time you will see all the people with passion growing up and we are just stuck. Yeah. So that's a very good message which you have given. And Kodai, we want to thank you on behalf of the VIT AP University and for your amazing interview, for your time. And let this message go to as many people as possible. All right. And even if somebody can get inspired, and we will put your Instagram on the description. Is that okay? Your
Yeah, sure.
Instagram, your Facebook, anybody who's interested in scuba. And Koda, can you please tell us again the abbreviation of scuba? SCU with the spelling.
Self-contained,
Yeah.
self, self-contained breathing, so underwater breathing apparatus.
So
Self-contained,
S is self,
self-contained,
C for contain, yeah, U for
underwater
underwater, skew, B for
breathing
breathing, okay, A for
apparatus.
oh, so all this together it's called scuba.
Yeah.
And we, because we don't know, we just think like ice cream, hey, scuba, 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 getting the point. But thank you. And I know it's not a joke, it's a huge science. It's a huge math. It's a huge passion. And being a woman, we're so proud of you. May God give you that grace, give you that big vision that you do the best in underwater research, because you said you want to do a lot of research for underwater sea animals and species and do a lot of marine biology. And hope today is 28th of October 2020. Maybe let's say after 5 years and 10 years, again, you'll come out like say, hey, now I'm Dr. Kodai Swaminathan. I'm now a marine biologist, or I'm in this country. Yeah. How many countries you have traveled just for
Um,
your passion? Yeah.
so just for my passion, I haven't like traveled much. I travel to countries because my father is over there. So to
Mm,
see him, I go. But technically, for just for diving, I have specifically went to Musandam, which is in Oman, and
mhm,
Abu Dhabi, even UAE.
mhm.
And these are the two
Okay.
places. But I have to travel a lot. I will start traveling again after this COVID. I want to start properly, successfully after my graduation. Thanks to COVID, it's
Mhm.
delayed by a little bit, but doesn't matter. We can reach farther.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Anything which doesn't have a matter need not be a doesn't matter. Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Cool. So thank you so much for your encouragement to a lot of young people.
Yeah,
Thank you for
and
your
oh, by the
story.
way,
Yeah.
anyone who doesn't know swimming can also come for diving. We'll be definitely happy to take you. All you have to do is breathe. If you
Okay.
breathe calmly, don't get yourself excited. Obviously, seeing down will be exciting, but just breathe. We'll hold you. We'll show you all around the ocean. We'll definitely take you. There are amazing dive centers which offer non-swimmers for scuba diving as well.
Where are these centers in India roughly so that people can?
Um, there
You're in
are lots
Chennai.
of dive
You're in
centers. Yeah,
Chennai.
yeah.
So can you tell us? Yeah.
We have Badfooters, Dive Chennai in Chennai,
Mm,
of course, but I know a lot of good dive centers around, like Scuba Evolution India, which is in Goa and in Oroville.
mm.
There are Urban Nomads, Temple Adventures, and lots of other dive centers in Pondicherry. Um, in the Kerala, we have that Kerala and Interdive, which is both those places are pretty cool. There are other dive centers, but these are the dive centers I interacted with, which I found were interesting and doing a good job. And down south, in Rameshwaram, we have Quest Academy, and they are doing wonderful job. There are actually Rameshwaram that has a coral reef. You can walk from the shore and go for a dive. There are
Wow.
also other sports there like stand-up paddling, kayaking, and everything. So if you guys like other stuff, if you don't want to just go inside the
So we
water
have
and
this
try other
stand-up
sports,
paddling just going up in the air in Rameshwar.
stand-up paddling is standing on a surfboard kind of thing and you paddle.
Okay.
But yeah, there's surfing and everything, kayaking, everything is over there.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Mm-hmm.
can have liverboards here in India. There are places that take you on liverboard. We have a lot of dive centers in Andaman and Nicobar. Lakshadweep is like queen of diving in India. It's a wonderful spot. You can go there. There are lots of dive centers in India. You can search in Google. you'll obviously get places. But my suggestion is go for the best place. Try Scuba Evolution India, try Quest Academy, Dive Chennai. They are really, really great places. In the mainland, if you're going for islands and diving, it's completely different over there. There is blue waters. There are lots of reef fishes over there. If you're lucky, if you are lucky, even in 6 years of diving, I have only seen whale shark once.
Mm.
Okay, whale shark is the biggest fish in the ocean. I have only seen them once in 6 years of diving. If you're lucky, this is the season they start to come right now, so you can see them. So you, until Feb, March, you can actually see them in our Indian
Indian
waters.
Ocean. Okay.
Yeah. If you are interested in seeing blue whales and other things, other sharks, also you can go to Sri Lanka and dive. Sri Lanka has excellent whale watching. They are beautiful creatures. Don't worry about sharks or anything. They are
Hmm.
very mellow guys. They'll just see, oh, you human. Okay, never mind. Just go. That's how they are. If they come near you, don't worry. They won't bite you. They are just being very friendly and coming to say hello.
It's
They
only
don't
in the
bite.
movies they show all that,
Yeah.
scary things. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, then, Kodai, it is so wonderful talking to you. Maybe the audience, wherever you're listening from, or live or recorded or anytime, go to the description immediately. Go to the Instagram page of Kodai. Go to the Facebook page. Like, follow. You never know how things will get connected, and that's the only objective of our interviews at VIT University and VIT School of Business, giving you this talk so that others can get motivated and then do the best whatever you're trying to do. So Kodai, wishing you the best. May God bless wherever you are. Good luck to you and to all your future endeavors. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care, and please keep posting in I think you're updating on your Instagram all
Yes.
your latest diving and your work. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks. Take care.
Thank
Bye
you
bye.
so much. All have a great day.